Good evening, I'm Aaron Baker. Thanks for joining us for the CBS 19 News at 10. It's standardized testing season for kids all across Texas. Some have already finished their end-of-course exams, while others prepare for benchmarks like the STAAR test. Now, many are wondering if students are ready for it. So Shondell Moniz is live in studio to talk about the anxiety that parents, students, and teachers are feeling. Hi, Shondell.
Hey, Aaron, exactly. All three of those are nervous right now, and learning loss is one of the main reasons why. Those concerns you mentioned with performance are why some parents want to pull their kids out of testing entirely. But I can tell you, long story short, it's not that simple. In this third year of pandemic schooling, students, teachers, and parents are struggling.
We were discovering gaps.
Carol Pope, owner of Sylvan Learning Center in Tyler, says many students don't feel the same way about school now that they did 2 years ago.
We've seen a lot of frustrated kids, kids that just have no, they used to have a drive in education and they've lost that drive.
She says the students who were performing above grade level before the pandemic are now at grade level. Those who are at grade level are now below, and those who are below are really struggling to stay afloat. So across the state, parents that object to standardized testing are talking about opting their kids out, which would be either keeping their kids home from school that day or allowing their kids to sit out while testing is happening. The Texas Association of School Boards says parents cannot opt their children out from standardized tests or any other tests for that matter. It cites the Texas Education Code section 2610 that says parents may temporarily remove a child from a class or other school activity that conflicts with their religious or moral beliefs, but they cannot remove the child from a class or other school activity to avoid a test. If a student doesn't take a standardized test, their booklet will still be submitted and they'll be given a 0 score. It could factor into their ability to be promoted to the next grade level, and the student could be subject to truancy prevention measures.
It's been rough on the kids, and it's so much pressure on the STAAR testing.
Third grade parent Von Treese Overshone wasn't planning to opt her child out, but the looming test is still making them sweat.
I'm extremely nervous. She's nervous too, you know. I just try to give a pep talk. We're just trying to find a lot of different ways to get her caught up and make sure that she's prepared for the testing.
So many parents feeling that exact same thing, Aaron. And one more thing that the owner, Carol Pope, was telling me while I was there is that the issue isn't entirely on the test, because that's an important benchmark. You know, we need to figure out where these students are and where they're going. But the issues come in when you look at the anxiety that goes into it and, of course, the punishments that are associated if students don't do well, especially now.
Yeah, and so many people, we don't tend to think about it until we get to a story like this where we've gone through a pandemic for 2 years. I mean, there's learning loss, there's anxiety, and it brings that to light.
So much
for sure.
compiled on top.
On top. Thanks, Shondell.